Wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up.
Good morning, Barbados, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, 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 morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, morning, Barbados, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, morning, Barbados, good morning.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Morning to you.
Indeed, good morning to you all, wherever you are. Thank you so much for waking up to keep us company at Morning Barbados. It is already Tuesday, the 7th of April, 2026. And I'm Pearson Bowen. Wonderful having you company indeed. For those of you watching us on our streams on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, cbc.bb, we thank you for doing so. I ask you one thing to do every single morning, and you do it, and I appreciate you doing so, which is to share the show. We're building community. We're building a body of people who care about information, inspiration, a little bit of fun as well. So continue doing so. Don't keep this to yourself. Tell others about us. Share the show. And I remind you always, if you have something to talk about, or if you know of someone whose story has to be told, because you know it, then you can tell us about it. And tell us by sending us an email. Our email address is morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Look at the spelling right there at the bottom of your screen. morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's where you communicate with us. And we're appreciative of those of you who do point us in the direction of following up on some interesting stories as well. So thank you for doing so as well. So how was your weekend? Really, how was your week? It felt like as if we've been off for a whole week, but we are back together yet again. 4 days of Easter. And so we are about to start a brand new week. Now, there's a lot to celebrate. For those of you who have been watching and tracking the Carifta Games in Grenada or the Carifta Swim Meet in Martinique, we have been doing well as Team Barbados indeed. And so at the end of it all, when all the feet retired in Grenada, in the track and field for Carifta 2026, this is the final medal count. Look at your screen. Barbados, last year we came home from Trinidad with 14 medals. This year we're coming home from Grenada with 17 medals in total. 6 shining bright gold medals indeed. 3 silver and 8 bronze. The team has done tremendously. And perhaps that most memorable moment is the one you saw yesterday. It was sweet to behold indeed. In that under 20 boys 4x4 relay. Did you watch it? When suddenly Barbados came just about the 150 meters out, my estimation, and we swept the field and we brought gold glory back to Barbados indeed. Well done to our senior athletes. You have really stepped up and shown your quality and your caliber, and we thank you for making this little island so very proud of you indeed. And we're looking forward to your return. I really hope at your return that we flood the Grant Lee Adams International Airport. And so let's celebrate our athletes, ladies and gentlemen. They're really on a good trajectory. Many golds, many silvers, many bronze, and we are proud of you. 17 medals. We could do better, I know, but we will be expecting better of you because it's clear that there is a plan, that plan is working. So we're looking forward to celebrating that. That's in Grenada. In Martinique, our swimmers have also been doing quite well. At the moment, they're standing, I think, in about 4th position, just behind Bahamas, Jamaica, and Trinidad and Tobago. And we are also seeing some outstanding performances there in the pool as well. So well done to our swimmers and our runners, our jumpers, our leapers, our shot put throwers, everybody. You are doing really, really well. And we are very, very proud of you. So as a proud and grateful nation, we want to be able to continue to support them, and supporting them most of all by welcoming them back home indeed. So let's show up in numbers. I'm not yet sure their time of arrival, but when we know, we will show up at the airport to say thank you to each and every one of them. What a wonderful, wonderful Carifta Games it has been this year. Coming up today, we're continuing to look at sports because we want to look at Caribbean sports. There's a conference coming up and it's for all. But who really is included in that all, and what's the purpose of the conference? We'll share with you this morning where we sit with the Academy of Sports to hear more about what's going on there. That Ain't My Name. That's an initiative raised and run by a young woman, but what is it all about? You'll find out when we meet with her this morning as well. There's a workshop coming up for teenagers to help them protect their own digital privacy, well, to build digital privacy. And so we want to know a little bit more about that workshop, how your teenager can be a part of it, when is it, and what are the true benefits that can be derived therefrom. We'll meet a man from humble beginnings who's traveled the world and now he's back home in Barbados and is continuing to give back. And so who is he and in what areas, you will find out this morning as well. Coming up this Saturday, you'll hear about Fenty Beauty Coffee Party. You have to be so careful how you say that. There's a lot of alliteration in there. Fenty Beauty Coffee Party. When is it? This Saturday. And so you'll get the details about how you can benefit from that coffee party. And where is it? We'll tell you for sure. We'll meet the 2026 winner of the Queen of the South Road Tennis Tournament. We have a winner, and so we'll meet with the organizer and the winner this morning, and we'll sit down with the filmmaker and the actors of the Stockton Miller sci-fi classic. That's coming up in just a little while as well. Good morning, Joe Jackman. I hope you had a wonderful birthday, and I wish you well. She says good morning to everyone everywhere. She's watching in the UK. Slender Glenda is also there. Terrific today to you as well, Slender. She says, Tuesday to all of you. CHOOSE. Well done, Slender. I got it. Pat Ben, good morning. How are you doing, Pat? Watching from the United States. Have yourself a terrific today as well. Anthony Smith is joining you from New York. Good morning to you, Anthony. Have a great morning indeed. Continue to share the show, share the love, spread it. I don't care where they're from. I just love the fact that you're there. Donna Blackman, how do you do? She says good morning to Gabriella Bovell and Faith Bascom, her colleagues or in social work indeed. And she's wishing everyone a productive day today as well. So to you, Donna, we wish you a great morning as well. Thank you for watching on our YouTube stream. Eleanor, you know I love your name, Eleanor. Eleanor Griffith, good morning. Have yourself a great morning as well. She says blessings to everyone. Auntie Faye in St. Peter. Auntie Faye, good morning to you. How do you do? A terrific Tuesday morning is yours as well. Thank you for joining. Look at my girl, Sweet Rons, Rhonda Hines Graham. Terrific morning to you as well. I know Rhonda has already been up and she's done her exercises and she continues to encourage all of us to stay active even as we age. Well done, Rhonda. Nadia Malchand, good morning to Nadia. A terrific morning, terrific Tuesday morning to you as well. I hope you had a lovely weekend as you enjoyed your Easter holiday. There's a lot to get to, folks, and I thank you so much for commenting and sharing with what we're doing. So we'll take a break right here and we'll get started right after. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray Microbiome Probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV 8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
98.1 The One, your number one party station. With an audience from 18 to 40, we keep you engaged, energized, and entertained. Choose 98.1 FM, The One.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
9.5 minutes now after 6 o'clock. Now, riding on the success of the Barbados sport team, riding on the success of the Caribbean athletes as well, because we're doing tremendous things all over the world. The name of the Caribbean and the respective islands is really rising in great leap. And so joining me this morning from the Faculty of Sport in the Academy of Sport is a man who leads the Academy of Sports in Rudy Aline. Dr. Aline, good morning to you, my brother.
Good morning, Pearson.
Good to see you, buddy. And Duray Padmore, who is a research assistant in that faculty as well. Good morning to you, Duray.
Good morning, Pearson.
We have coming up the Caribbean Sports Conference. What is that about?
Well, the Caribbean Sports Conference was an idea I had back in 2014. And we actually had the first one in 2016. You may not remember, Pearson, but we were on Mornin Barbados as well.
I do remember.
Yes. So we're having the second edition of the Caribbean Sports Conference. And what it's all about, we're bringing researchers and practitioners together to discuss a topic. And the topic this year is sport for all, access, inclusion, opportunity. And our featured speaker this year is Professor Emily Roper out of Drexel University. One of my former professors when I was at Temple,
Yes.
But she has done a lot of research in the area of inclusion, particularly as it relates to gender and sport. So she's going to be our featured speaker on Thursday night. So this conference is bringing people from across the region, from across the world, because we have some researchers and practitioners from the US, from Canada, and the Caribbean who will be presenting at this conference.
It's a 3-day conference.
Yes, it's 3 days.
starting on the 9th.
On the 9th.
Today's the 7th, that's a couple days from now.
Correct.
And so it's open to who?
All. That's
Literally all.
Literally all. So once you're involved in sport, if you're a coach, if you're an athlete, if you're a researcher, if you're someone who's just interested in sport, you're welcome to come to the conference. We have an array of topics. I can't remember all of them right now, but it's all related to the theme. And anyone is welcome to attend.
When I saw access for all, I kept thinking not just the different disciplines, but also those of different abilities.
Correct.
Is that what is going to be a part of the focus as well?
Interesting, Pearson. We have at least 2 researchers or 2 practitioners who are going to be presenting on disability sport. So that is going to be part of the conference too as well. You're going to have some topics on gender and equity and equality in sport, which is very important, particularly at this time when we're trying to create, and people say sports create a level playing field. Not really true, but we have to create that level playing field within sport so that everyone has access, everyone has inclusion, and everyone has opportunity.
I started this discussion by saying we're seeing now more and more the name of the Caribbean and the people of the Caribbean rising in sport. Let's talk a little bit about that and the value brought to that by the Academy of Sport.
Well, as I said, we had this conference before, and we recognize that in the Caribbean, we're probably geographically as a region, we're probably the most decorated region in the world as it relates to sport. If we include the approximately 50 million people of the region, and you have to include Cuba, Dominican Republic. If you include all of those nations, we are probably the most decorated region in the world as it relates to the number of athletes who've achieved the highest level and who've gotten medals across various sporting disciplines. So,
and this is important because we've seen the effort put into cricket.
Oh yes.
And we've seen results from cricket.
Of course.
Slowly coming, but we've seen the results in cricket. And so this conference seeks to also broaden the scope of the range of athletic, and not just athletic, but sporting endeavor.
Yeah.
And to be able to say, hey, from a coach to a participant, just an observer, we can all play a part
Yes.
in enhancing our results and
Yeah.
seeing our young people and older people benefit in a significant way. And so, Dure, as a research assistant, what kind of research have you uncovered as you look at how sport has really got into the psyche, the people, and how we can, as a nation, our group of nations, benefit from it?
That's a wonderful question. Going back to the conference, I've seen a lot of interesting topics come in for the conference, like particularly the combination of persons working together throughout the region and the world. So, for example, Dr. Ali might not remember the topics, but a lot of the abstracts have been coming to me, so I know them like on the back of my hand. We have an abstract from a persons coming from the Canada, from Western University, that's Dr. Nancy Harrington and Dr. Laura Meisner, working with Dr. Sharmila Rope Sean Martin from Jamaica, who's working with Mr. Ryan Bradford from Barbados. And that abstract is on power sport, the influence and the impact of power sport, the classification of power sport. We also have Mr. Akeem Weather, who is doing work on, he founded Include You Academy, which is the first of its kind in Barbados, focusing on sport for persons with disability. He came through our program. Dr. Allen is very proud of that too. We have persons coming through our program. Look at the give back. So I've seen abstracts coming in from looking at power sport, abstracts coming in looking at disability in sport, abstract coming in looking at girls in sport. We have an abstract on Barbados Royals Girls Cricket Club from our very own Dr. Sasha Sutherland, who one of our very own from Barbados, came through Cave Hill. She's born and raised in Trinidad, but we adopted her in Barbados. And her abstract is very important and very unique because it's the first of its kind in the region. a cricket club for girls, specifically for girls. So we love to see if you come out, you get to see these persons speak on these topics, these different projects, and show that sport really is for all of us involved.
Let's speak to registration. Now, who speaks to that? You, Rudy, or Ray?
I'll speak to
registration, because we really want a lot of people to know about registration, how to register, and when are the deadlines.
So you can register up to the day of the conference. We recommend that you register before so that we can get information and prepare your lanyard and your package. Registration cost, which is the most important thing for persons. Registration cost for professionals, $200 that's 400 Barbadian dollars. For international students and for UE staff, it's $150 which is 300 Barbados dollars. And for students, that's UE students and Barbados Community College students, because we are not just taking at the university level. We want to open it to Barbados Community College students because they have a very good program that focuses on sport as well, and sixth form students who are doing PE and sport. That cost is $775, which is 150 Barbados dollars. You can register at our website. You just go to the Academy of Sport Capefield campus. You will see the conference right in the banner. You click on that, it will give you the conference home, the speakers, the registration information, and just all the information you need will be right in that banner.
At the UWI's website?
Yes. On the university's website,
all right,
specifically.
I want to break that down. You went through that so fast. So this conference is for the professional. You said the professional.
Yes.
Who is in that category of professional?
That's a very interesting question, because last week I got a call from a lady who said, I'm not a professional. What does that mean? I'm just a parent. Professional is just the general category, call it, for conference speak. For persons, if you're attending a conference, you're usually going to be attending a professional capacity. It's kind of like a forum or workshop. You attend that for professional development. So that's where the professional category is used. But it's for persons, if you are interested in it, the same, you can register for any conference that you're interested in and attend. It's for you. Whether you're a parent, a coach, a sport administrator, or just someone interested, you can register on that category.
In the professional category. And then there's a category for physical education teachers. And that goes into that.
Not really, Pierre. All of those people come under professionals. Once you're at the conference, you are professional.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good. So the different tiers of registration, and you just go on the website and you'll see what those different tiers of registration are. But I'm glad that you've included the students at tertiary educational level as well. Who are the next set coming into in the professional category?
Yes, and high school students too as well. If you're a sixth form school or fifth form school, you're also included to want you to come out and be part of the conference too as well. I want to say something here. Some people may think the cost is pretty high, but we're also providing you with lunch on the days, and at the opening night you'll have some finger foods. You get to interact with the professionals. Very important. I remember my first time interacting with professionals at this level, and it was amazing because you get to meet people who are doing the work on the ground, who are doing the research, right? And you may have never been able to meet them before. So this is absolutely a fantastic opportunity for all of you to come out and be part of the conference.
Indeed. So lunch is included every day. Finger food at the opening, which is the 9th. The opening is
the
when?
9th. The 9th at 7 p.m. at the Capefield School of Business, 7 to 9. And then on Friday, it's from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And on Saturday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. We also have a nice gift package for everybody who's coming. You're going to love it once you come. So we're trying to have all of you here for the Caribbean Sports Conference. Sport for all. Access, inclusion, opportunity.
Well said. Now, for those of you watching across the region, this is also for you.
Yes.
Book your flight, come on in, and be a part of it. Register online. Go to uwi.edu.bb. Did I get that right?
Yeah. uwi.edu. Yeah, not BB.
Not BB. Yeah. Okay, uwi.edu, and you go for the Faculty of Sport, and right there you'll see, just get inside, and it's like right now, this morning if you possibly can, for the Caribbean Sport Conference, which starts on the 9th. It runs until the 11th, and it's open to all, providing access to all, because the focus is on sport for all, access, inclusion, opportunity. And that opportunity is the offer to you to be there, one, but it's looking at how we provide opportunity based on gender and based on ability, or different abilities as well. And so we want you to come out and see. I'm glad you mentioned research, but you're also mentioning data. And I think that's what's going to be important. Rubbing shoulders with everyone, you recognize how you've now incorporated the science of sport into what's going on as well. So.
And that's important, Pearson, because people don't realize sport is a science.
Yeah.
It is a science. You can't do better unless you include the science of the sport. And it's extremely important.
This sounds really exciting. That's really, really good indeed. It's from the 9th to the 11th this week ending this coming Saturday. And so from the 9th, you're going to be there for the opening, and then you're going right through, and every day is at the UWI campus.
Yes, it's actually at the Academy of Sport on Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
And we have presentations going on for about 50 minutes until 4 p.m. in the evening.
Simple Simon met the pieman. Thank you so very much, Dr. Rudy, my good buddy, my school colleague. And Dure, thank you so much for joining us as well. I wish the best for this, because it's so critical at this point in time. We're seeing the results, and we just want to enhance those results. So the Caribbean Sports Conference is on. It's available to all of you. You need to go register right now, uwi.edu, and go to the Faculty of Sports, and there you'll see this Academy of Sports, and you will register as quickly as possible, down to even the secondary school student. You're encouraged to be a part of it indeed. So what are you going to do? Take advantage of this opportunity. Morning Barbados takes a break right here. We're coming back with more in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely, and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save this number. Lifeline Barbados is just a call away. Remember, you can reach out whenever you need to talk.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn the
morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
The campaign is called That Ain't My Name. That Ain't My Name. And so the person behind That Ain't My Name is Janae Green. Janae, good morning to you.
Good morning.
If that ain't your name, what's your name?
My name is Janae.
In other words, call me by my name.
Exactly.
Because what you called me before, that ain't my name.
That ain't my name.
Why did you start this campaign? What is the campaign about?
Okay, so let's start with what the campaign is about. The campaign is, it speaks out against sexual harassment. So it seeks to bring awareness to the reasons why sexual harassment happens and the effects of it, and how, unfortunately, it has become so normalized in Barbadian culture that it actually shapes the identity that females have of themselves and the way others see females as well. When it was started, I was fed up. I honestly was fed up. Since I was about 13, I have experienced sexual harassment, and I have witnessed it in almost every area of my life. So it was time to speak out about it. And That Ain't My Name, the title of the campaign, is in opposition as a response to what women and young girls are called. So the reds, the darkie, the catty, the sweet girl, that's my name.
Yeah. In other words, my name is...
Exactly.
I have a name, first of all.
Exactly.
And when you and because you think when we do that, just guys, that we're objectifying women.
Yes.
How serious a problem is it?
It is so serious that we don't even think it's a problem.
Yes. That's the whole point. That's why you have to ask, how serious a problem truly is it? We've normalized the behavior so much to a point where it is like, what are you worrying about, girl?
Yeah.
And so what do you want us, male gender, to be able to understand how it affects the female gender?
That, firstly, I want males to understand that catcalling actually is not a compliment. And it is motivated by a lustful perspective that a woman's body exists for your sexual gratification. And catcalling is not respectful to a woman. It's not motivated out of compassion, care, or respect. It's simply because you saw a woman's body and you figured, this looks nice. Not she looks nice, her body looks nice. Let me let her know that my sexual response to her body is to objectify her.
Some will say, but that's how she did it. She did that. So you put the blame back on the woman. Do you see that a lot? And if so, how can we turn that around?
It is very common, to the point where if a woman is sexually objectified, the first question is, what was she wearing? Why does that matter? Because girls can walk around in school uniforms and still be catcalled. The importance is to recognize that it is not respectful. Regardless of how you want to swing it, what you want to say to pacify your own behavior, to excuse your own behavior, the reality is wrong. It is wrong.
Changing a behavior that's generational, how does one do that? Where does one start?
You start with small steps,
Like
person.
what?
Small, like this. So you speak out. And even if it's one person speaking out, as other persons hear this one person, they would also be encouraged to speak out as well. The aim for this is to get persons realizing that this is something that needs to be addressed. The reality is, everybody knows what I'm talking about. No one is confused. It's like, man, that don't happen in Barb. Everyone knows what I'm speaking about. It's just to get confident enough as people for us all to talk about it collectively.
The fear. I'm trying to understand the fear of the woman because I don't get it. And so therefore help us understand what a woman feels when she's catcalled or feels cornered because there are a group of men who are just catcalling and put her in the spotlight. How does she feel?
Unsafe. She feels uncomfortable and unsafe. Because if a man, example, let's paint a picture. You're on Broad Street walking as a female. And all of a sudden, this random man you don't know just starts calling at you, not in a respectful way, not in a way to empower you. Now all of a sudden you feel vulnerable. You feel seen, but in the wrong way. It's like, this person actually sees me. To the point where if they wanted to do something about it, they could, because you are completely vulnerable and left off guard.
So there are two people here in this scenario. There's the woman and there's the male.
Yes.
The male and the female. I wouldn't put the woman out there because it happens in the young children as well, young children. And so, gender by gender, how do we begin to, one, either separate or bring them closer together so there's greater understanding? Where do we start with this?
So let's start by talking about the males. First, recognize it's not all males. It's a specific subset of males in Barbados. So I think what needs to be done is that there needs to be a level of accountability among these males. So the males who are willing to speak out about this, when you see a man catcalling a woman, tell he wrong. Don't sit down when you bearing your hand and laugh. Tell him, that's somebody's daughter. That's not something respectful to do to somebody. And then for the females, the female part is a bit tricky because you can't just lash back and be like, who you talking to? Because you don't know what could happen. Men who are bold enough to shout at you across the street might be willing to do something else. So for women, I think to educate persons on like what we're doing right now, to let them know how it actually makes women and girls feel, and to not encourage it. It's to the point where some people think catcalling is a compliment and they take it as a confirmation or validation that I am physically attractive. No, it's not confirming that you're physically attractive. It's actually saying that they don't see your body and your soul as worthy of respect.
So how does the campaign work? How have you structured the campaign so that we can all join you on the mission of change?
Okay, so right now it is on Instagram, social media, because that's the most effective way to communicate with a mass population. And you can support it by following the Instagram page. We have some upcoming projects. So as you see the shirt that I'm wearing, we have an upcoming project where there's going to be some words on shirts that you could purchase, shirts that you could wear. And if you follow the Instagram page, you will be updated when that information comes out. Also, we want for you to intake the information. So when you read the information, because right now on the Instagram page, there's some posts with information on it. When you read it, take it to heart. Share it with others. The campaign only began February 18th, so it's still pretty new, but we need all hands on deck to spread this word across Barbados. So follow the page.
Yeah, and the page is That Ain't My Name.
It is TAMN_campaign.
Thank you.
That's the Instagram handle.
TAMN_campaign.
Yes,
TAMN_ the word campaign. That's where you follow on Insta. That's where I found it for sure. And then what you do is you like the page, and you follow. But then don't just follow to gypsy, as we say in Barbados, but follow to learn and empower self to change.
Yes, please.
And that's what we're seeking to do here. This is not okay, I'll put a signature next to a piece of paper and that's it. It's more than that. It's behavioral change that you're seeking to achieve.
Exactly.
And so how do you track that?
How we track it? Right now, because it's so small, the change is going to be incremental. Now, in order to track it, we need all hands on deck in Barbados to see the changes in behaviors, to see the upcoming generation recognize that this actually should probably be changed. And when you see that change happen progressively, because it won't be immediate, and the hardest thing to change is the mindset. So it will take a while, but we are going to track it by seeing society's response to something that they have been seeing as casual for so long.
I've always heard that you can't stop doing something, you have to replace it with something. And so in the campaign, have you given consideration to recognizing those who do it well? Because misery likes company, so too does praise. You know, praise loves company. And so how do you begin then to empower people to know, hey, I appreciate that you've made the change. I have acknowledged the fact that you've made the change. I salute the fact that you've made the change. And so I want it to become infectious to the point where now you're spreading it with others as well. Are you looking for that kind of, are you building that kind of recognition?
Well, currently that was not an idea, but no, Pearson. It's definitely an idea. Because and I was hesitant because I wasn't sure if men would actually buy in. And the ones who are supportive, they may be a bit fearful or hesitant. But that's a fantastic idea. So if you know as a man you are encouraging women to be confident and actually telling men to not disrespect women, and you're raising your boy children to do the same, let me know.
That is it.
Let me know.
And I think that's important because community builds community.
Exactly.
And so we want you to, while you're following the campaign and you're liking the campaign and you're engaging in the campaign privately, do it publicly as well. Just reach out to Janae and say, you know what? I've had a conversation with some young boys. I've seen the change, Janae, and I really want to continue. How else can you help me do what we're doing as well?
Please.
So the shirts is one effort. The shirts are available for sale?
They are currently in the process of in production. It is actually Sexual Assault Awareness Month. So the aim is to have these shirts coming by at least before the month ends, because Sexual Harassment Awareness Day is the 21st of April. So if we can get the shirts out before then, you can wear your shirts.
Blitz Barbados.
Exactly, exactly.
I like the title though. That ain't my name. That ain't my name. TAMN.
Yes.
Pat Ben says, I most certainly agree with you. That ain't my name. That's a viewer from in the United States. So she's agreeing with you. That ain't my name. And I think because it's a cultural shift, it takes time.
Yes.
But it will take the conscious effort individually to be a part of the change.
Yes.
From the house into the broader, wider community as well. And so parents watching, you know, I want to encourage you as well to encourage not just your girl child, but your boy child as well to follow the campaign. Because oftentimes that's what we do. When we think it's a female issue, we say that's for females to follow, to agitate against. And so we want to encourage young boys as well to join in the campaign. Janae Green is her name. And the last time we met, you know, we were talking some serious stuff as well. Here you are, back again with me talking more serious stuff indeed.
That seems to be how it
because
goes.
The problem is real.
Yes.
The problem is real.
Exactly.
And sometimes because us guys, we don't see you crumble, we're not aware inside what's happening to our young girls when we objectify them in the way they do. Talk to me a little bit about what some of the other females are saying to you about how they literally feel, but their makeup is perfect, but they're walking the street crumbling inside.
So it's usually two responses. One, they feel unsafe, hesitant to go out, aware of what they're wearing, may even change an outfit before they leave home. Young girls feel very threatened. Because imagine you're a 13-year-old girl wearing your school uniform going to school, and a man old enough to be your father is telling you about your changing body. But you have to go to school, and he lives in your neighborhood, but you have to go to school, so they feel unsafe. But the more concerning response is the girls who like it. The girls who think, oh, this grown man thinks that I'm attractive and pretty, especially if they're insecure. That is the most concerning reaction, because then they're shaping their concept of self based on this objectification, which then means that they're now internalizing this as something good when it's not, and then they go seeking it more, and that puts them in a very dangerous position.
And she's much more than that.
Yes.
Human beings are much more than that. And I think if we recognize the humanity in each of us and respect that humanity in our differences as well, then the world can be a happier place indeed. And so the campaign is found online, TAMN_campaign.
Yes, please.
You follow the campaign right there, and as you follow, you read the messages that are being put out every time, and almost every day I've seen it's littered with messages already, and you can begin to absorb the information given to you. But share the campaign, build, as I keep saying, community as with this as well. We're looking at sexual harassment awareness, and that's what this campaign is about. the more aware we become, the more responsible we become, because I keep saying knowledge holds us accountable.
Yes.
And in holding us accountable, it requires of us to make the change. We can no longer hold our heads down in ignorance, because we'll be holding our heads down in shame when we do not make the change that we are required to do. This community can be good. This community can also be quite unsafe. And I'll use that word, use those words deliberately.
Yes,
I want to say
please.
bad, but unsafe. And so we want to build a safer community for everyone, including our female folk who feel threatened when men approach them with some unsavory words like sweet girl, when she doesn't want to be. She's a professional and she's diminished in her status simply because we want to objectify her in the ways that we do. And so the campaign wants us to make that change. I encourage you all today to join the campaign. The shirts will soon be available. If you follow the campaign, you'll get to know more about where the shirts are available, because on the 21st of this month,
Yes,
when we
please.
look at, what's the title of it?
Sexual Harassment Awareness Day.
Sexual Harassment Awareness Day. We want Barbadians everywhere to be proudly wearing their shirts in support of the effort to change sexual harassment, because that ain't my name. And while it's a thing that women go through, men go through it too, we know
Yes,
this.
please.
But we want to make sure that our female folk are safer by following this campaign. Janae, as always, I encourage you to come back. I have time for you. I have
You
time
keep
for
saying
you.
this, Pearson. You
Yes.
keep saying this.
So feel free, reach out, and we want to follow you in this campaign as well.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you
us
very
today.
much for your
You're
support
welcome.
and time.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it.
Her name is Janae Green. The campaign is called That Ain't My Name, TAMN_ campaign on socials. Follow, like, share, have conversation around. And of course, if you recognize that there are people who are really making that change, salute them there as well. Janae is prepared to help in that endeavor, to shine the light on excellence when it occurs. Morning Barbados is back right after this.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons, which will surprise many, is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories at
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
21 minutes now to go to 7 o'clock. Sometimes we don't even think of our online behavior. And not thinking about our online behavior in a very critical way, we then find ourselves open to some problems. And if we're young, oh heaven help us, we're even less thinking about our online behavior. And so join us this morning because we want to encourage our young people, our teenagers, to think before they click, which is an initiative of the Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union Limited. Is Stacey Motley, their Community Relations Officer. And joining us from overseas is Michelle Gall. Michelle Gall, she runs Digital Girl. Good morning to you, Michelle. Thank you for waving at us. Stacey, I'll start with you.
Sure.
This is an initiative of the credit union. So talk to us about why this is on.
Okay. Well, good morning, everybody. If you are at all familiar with credit unions and who we are, our philosophies, you would realize that we are always about our communities, about our young people, education and development. And this is fitting, it is timely that we focus on our young people and their digital lives, as you said.
What concerns you as a union, though, about that?
Well, there's, of course, the aspect of the financial lives, but then, of course, there is just a simple fact that these are young people within our communities. Everybody has a device, and in light of that, we also need to encourage their responsible use. So we are about empowerment, capability for our young people, and that's why we're stepping up.
This stepping up is to offer this to your Thrift Club members.
Thrift Club members and, of course, non-Thrift Club members as well.
So what age categories are we talking about here?
13 to 16 years old. Although we've gotten a request or two for some older and just a little younger, and we've accepted.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
Is registration closed or is it still open?
Not as yet. It is still very much open. We do expect it will close, though, in maybe a few days based on where we are at. But yes, registration remains open.
Folks, if you look at your screen right now, you will see what we're talking about. Think before you click on all the details about how you protect your digital life and your money and the workshop that's coming up.
Yes.
When is it?
The workshop begins on the 13th of April and runs until the 17th. It's a 5-day workshop. Yes.
It's a 5-day. No, workshop, the word workshop means you got to do some work.
Yes,
You're not just
you
coming to sit
do,
around.
because at the very end, during the workshop, you're going to be building a campaign about your digital life, your digital safety, and you will get to have a nice showcase at the end. So parents, some of our credit union officials, and if we have the space, we'll accommodate some other requests as well who want to come in and see what these young people have worked on for the 5 days.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
It's a 5-day, fortunately they're on vacation.
Yes.
So they're available. And it's an in-person workshop.
In-person workshop at our credit union's headquarters in Belmont Road in our training room at the back, which is a fairly popular room. So, yes.
You know exactly where we're talking about. And it's so critical at this stage because all of us more and more are living our lives online. Whether we're doing business or we're just having conversation.
Yes.
And sometimes there are people, not sometimes, there are people who lurk in the dark who are just waiting for the opportunity to mislead you. And that's why this workshop is important. Indeed, building that digital responsibility that you know how to navigate your spaces, even in the dark web that exists. And so Digital Girl also exists to be able to teach you how to do that. And so, Ms. Gall, let's talk a little bit about what Digital Girl does and so the benefits that you will bring to the workshop.
Oh, sure. And good morning, everyone. Thank you again for having me. Good morning, Stacey. I'm super excited about this workshop. And I'll tell you a little bit about Digital Girl. So we're a nonprofit organization, and our mission is really to empower inner city youth, particularly young girls and people of color, to get more involved in science, technology, engineering, and math, also known as STEM. And we're so excited for this workshop because we really want to focus on all of the things, everything you said, everything we do is online. Our young people are online all of the time, but we have to make sure that they're safe. So we're going to talk about some things that they need to know, you know, your digital footprint. You know, you are leaving a footprint when you're online. Nothing goes away. And we want to have a conversation around that. So we're going to be talking about internet safety and privacy, cybersecurity. Again, we're going to be building some websites that are going to highlight some ways that they can share what they've learned about digital safety with their family and friends. We're going to focus on financial literacy because that is also another thing that in our community we lack a lot of, right? So we get these good jobs, but do we know how to save money? Do we know how to spend it, invest it, etc.? And all of these things, when you put them together, it's absolutely essential to produce the best contributor society that you're going to get. You know, you really want your young people to walk away from their education being armed with all the skills that are necessary to thrive in today's society, right? We're not living in the society that we grew up in. Everything is different. And so we really want to make sure that our young people understand the benefits as well as the risk of being in technology.
I know over time you've seen the development, the growth, the increase in numbers of women in particular who are following what Digital Girl does, not just following for gypsy purposes, but actually involved in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Let's talk a little bit about the results therefrom and the empowerment that's placed in the hands of women when they truly do get involved in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Oh, absolutely. Things have changed in the 10 years. We've been around since 2014. And in 10 years, we saw so much change. And then the change that came after it now with AI, everything is really advancing. And things are turning in our benefit and in our favor. There's the saying, right? If you provide a woman with education, you provide a village, right? Because we're the center a lot of the times, right? And so when you give a woman the opportunity, a young person, the opportunity to thrive in technology, you're giving them the opportunity to think creatively, to think computationally, and to really address the problems and the challenges that they're facing in their own community. And community could be whatever to them. It could be the school, it could be their block, whatever. But we are really seeing women coming out being confident, right? Not afraid to have conversations, because traditionally that's something that you see. You see them kind of being talked over women, something that we're not really supposed to be involved in. So we're seeing women say, no, you know what? I can do this. I know how to do it. I'm confident, and I'm going to provide solutions for my community.
And those are some of the benefits we will see at the workshop as well, right, Stacey?
Yes, indeed. Just want to make the point clear, though, that this workshop is open to boys and girls.
Yes, I know. So, but STEM is for any gender. It doesn't matter. But the girls are even more empowered now because they're not looked at and put aside because they're female, because of their gender.
Yes.
So for boys and girls, let's talk registration again. And so people get it. How can people register? What is required for registration?
Okay. Registration is pretty simple. Unfortunately, though, you will not access this link via our website at this time. So what you can do is visit our social media pages, and that gives you a direct link to the registration form. Our social media pages would be BPWCCUL Promotions, and you'll see the promotion for this particular workshop pinned there. Other than that, what you can do is send an email to Thrift Club, THRIFT Club at bpwccul.bb, and request the registration link as well. All right. You can also give us a call, 622-9000, 9083 or 9087.
And you'll be guided through the process. It's a minimum cost, but there is a tremendous amount of benefit that will flow therefrom. And so we really want you parents to, would you require parental permission?
Parental permission is required, and that is indicated on the registration as part of the registration process. Yes.
I can feel the excitement of the little ones right now. Mommy, I want to be a part. Mommy and Daddy, I want to be a part of this. And so, yes, good. So parent, agree, allow your child to be a part of this. It is a wonderful workshop. It starts again on
April 13th, runs for 5 days to April 17th, with a lovely closing showcase at the very end.
Should I say it? When the children will reveal their campaign, indeed. But they're being trained and nurtured in such a way that is developmental, indeed. And that's important because so many of us, and our younger children more than us perhaps, live their lives online. And so you want to be able to protect your digital life and your money. And that's what this is all about, as well as we build more inspired, informed young people and adults eventually
Yes.
in time. Thank you so much, Stacey, for joining us
Thank you as
again.
well.
You're
My
welcome.
pleasure.
Congratulations to the Credit Union for continuing to do the phenomenal work you do, empowering people.
Yes.
And Michelle Gall, thank you so much for joining us as well online. I wish you much success in the workshop, but with your work as a leader of Digital Girl as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. Morning Barbados breaks right here. We're back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray Microbiome Probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Time for us now to meet the man who's taken on the world, but he's back and he's continuing to give. His name is, if you know this name, Corey Jordan. If I tell you Crossfire and the man from Crossfire, Corey Jordan, then you know exactly who I'm talking about. Corey, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Pearson. Good morning, Barbados.
I said to you before you sat, boy, you ain't changed an inch. You look exactly the same, but you've had a phenomenal life. Let's talk a little bit about your journey so far and how you feel about that journey.
Right, so I would have started my journey in kindergarten. There was an upright piano in my classroom, and we weren't supposed to trouble the piano. So when no teachers were around, I would go bang on the piano, and then eventually I realized, you know, I could play one note and play Mary Had a Little Lamb and stuff like that. So that's where my journey started. Then from there, they locked the piano, and maybe 2 years after that, my parents bought me a toy piano. And it was like this long, right? So then I would have listened to the radio and play nursery rhymes and different cartoons and that, and play the melodies from them.
Just by ear?
Just by ear. So I taught myself to play piano. And then when I joined law school, I learned music theory, and I was able to put the notes together. Okay, so this is C, this is D, this is E, and form bigger chords.
Wow.
Yeah.
And no looking back.
No looking
Since
back.
then, no looking back. And so you've made a life out of this?
Yes, I have. Yes.
Wow.
And then I went a step further. I joined the band Crossfire. And then eventually I taught myself to perform and play music in the studio. So I'm a music producer as well.
How did they find you, Crossfire?
Right, so the story of that is I was in the band Electric, and then from there I went on to Synergy, Double Explosion, and then a band called Fusion.
Yes.
Right, and in Fusion, we had a gig at the Port Authority. And the lead singer and the bass player didn't show up. And everybody's on stage wondering, oh, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? So I decided, okay, I didn't rehearse for all of those months not to perform. It's like our biggest crowd, our biggest show. So I told the backup singers, you guys know the choruses of these songs, so sing the choruses, right? And I'm going to play the piano and I'm going to play the bass at the same time. And everyone looks at me like I'm crazy. Right? How are you going to do this? You didn't rehearse the bass parts. So I played the bass parts and the keyboard parts in perfect sync.
Wow.
And unknown to me, Crossfire's manager was in the crowd at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know that. So 2 weeks later, he gave me a call. He said, hey, Corey, how would you feel joining Crossfire? And I said, Cross who? That's like the biggest band in the world. I'm only 16,
Yes.
you know?
Wow.
And he said, I saw what you did that evening, you know? You can do this. I thought that was amazing. So, you know, I talked to my parents, and my mom was like, you know, you could do it for a little while and see how it goes, you know? So that's the story of how I ended up in Crossfire.
What's the message to you from that experience? That there you were, 16 years old, just doing you.
Yeah, so, you know, I would say don't be afraid to step out. God has given you talents and gifts in the world, and he enables you to do what you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
So you just need to have the faith, the courage, and step forward with your talents.
Wow. And then stepping forward with your talents, you were able to now become the professional. Everybody now knows who Corey is.
Yeah.
And so talk to me about some of the names, the people who you've worked with over time, who you've created magical music for.
Right. So my debut song would be with Peter Ram, a song called Pumping.
Jeez, oh, go ahead. Sorry, forgive me.
So,
love it.
So there's Pumping, and there's Edwin Yearwood, Good Time. I did Alison Hines, Hold On, Marshall Montano, T.O.K. I did a remix with Usher in 2016.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then last year I did Will Smith. So those are some of the names that I worked with. Also did like Statement, Nikita, and most of the local Bajan artists. Yeah.
When you rub shoulders with these international artists, though, seriously, do they scare you?
At first, you know, sometimes, yeah. But after I get past the nervousness, you know, it's okay. Once I get on the keyboard and I get behind the computer, you know, that fades away.
Because they can't do what you do.
Yeah, that's right.
There. And so that's the whole point. You know, you can hold your space, be confident in your space, and do you. And they will respect you as much as you respect them as well.
Right.
And so all of this now wraps up in a wonderful little bow, and Corey is living his life. Are you happy at this point?
Yes, I am.
How would you define your happiness?
My happiness comes from doing what I love. And I would say that when you do what you love, you know, it gives you that extra push. You know, you would do it even if the money is not there, right? And seeing people receive something, seeing people achieve something from what you do and the work of your mind and your hands gives me great satisfaction.
You've opened your company, Starway Studios.
Starway Studios.
Why that name?
Starway. Okay, so as a kid, I was always fascinated with the stars. And I wanted to find a way to use my talents to help others. So that's why I called it Starway.
Listen, my motto at primary school, at Lecots Private, was hitch your wagon to a star.
Oh.
And that constellation up there is there for a reason, because you're really aiming for the highest.
Yes.
And that is what you do every single day now as a living.
And it also goes to say, you know, people that act, you know, actors, singers, they're stars. And basically they shine their light for the world to see. So it worked.
So how does it work for you then? Is it that you go hunting for talent, or talent comes to you, or is it both ways?
Right, so what I would have done would post my beats online, and people would go on the website and listen to my beats and, you know, say, this song's good, you know, can you do a song for me? You know, and that's how it started. But I would also reach out to people. I would scout for talent online and, you know, go to the inbox. Don't be afraid to reach out to people and say, hey, introduce yourself. And it's about helping each other and supporting each other. So that's why I would have gotten half my clients.
And you're happiest working in this endeavor now rather than just being the performer.
Yeah, because I like to be in the background.
Still as quiet as ever.
Yeah.
You like being in the background, but you don't mind pushing those forward. And that's the whole point. This is great. Describe for me what you see about the music scene in Barbados.
Well, I think we have a lot of talent here. We have the most talented and charismatic artists in the world. Barbados is like a gold mine for talent, right? So we just need to focus on the other side of it now, like the business side, how we communicate, things like showing up on time, you know, being easy to work with. Those are the things. You can be talented, but having those other traits, characteristics, are things that will propel you forward.
When you look at and assess the quality of production,
Yeah.
the variety of production as well, are you happy?
Yes.
You good?
Yes.
Okay. You good. or do you think we should broaden the kinds of genres that we produce and not stick to just the few that we know?
Yeah, what we do is, you know, mostly crop over and stuff like that, but we have a wealth of talented young and old people here in different genres, reggae, R&B, gospel and such. So I think we can move more into that. And even crop over, you know, we have like 5 weeks to force 200 songs into 5 weeks. Look at Trinidad. Trinidad starts.
But whose fault is that? Is that the artist's fault who limits their thinking to just crop over season, or is it the structure made by the people that?
It's the structure. You know, people come in and see that and they just go with it. But sometimes you need to step outside of the status quo and chart a new path.
Wow, and that's what you're doing.
That's
You're
what I'm
stepping
doing.
outside of the status quo and charting your path, and your path is leading to stardom. And so Starbase Studios, how can people reach out to you for those who are still in it, trying to figure, who do I get my music produced by, who can I work with? How can they reach you?
So you can find me online. My Instagram is Starway Jordan. The studio, you can find me at www.starwaystudios.net.
Okay, starwaystudios.net or Starway Jordan on social, and reach out to Corey Jordan. Corey Jordan is phenomenal. He's worked with many big people, created many big songs, and so because his focus is on creating for you the pathway to stardom, and you have to take it responsibly. However, he wants to work with you, so you can reach out to him. You can follow him on social, Starway Jordan, and you can listen to some of the beats and say, I like that beat, I have a song I could fit that beat with. And so reach out to him and let him make the magic just for you. So good catching up with you.
Thank you.
And I really want to wish you all the very best, Corey.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Okay.
We're taking a break here on Morning Barbados. We're coming back with more in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray, microbiome, probiotics, and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV 8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
98.1 The One, your number one party station. With an audience from 18 to 40, we keep you engaged, energized, and entertained. Choose 98.1 FM, The One.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Let's look at the news now. Barbados tourism industry is being boosted through additional airlift from a key source market. The Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. has announced the launch of a new non-stop service from Halifax on Air Canada. We get more details now from Rachel Agard.
The BTMI says the new route is the result of more than a year and a half of focused engagement and close collaboration with the carrier and key strategic partners. Minister of Tourism and International Transport Ian Goodin-Edgehill welcomed the announcement and acknowledged the airline's role in bringing the route to fruition.
As you know, increasing airlift and improving accessibility to the island remains a key priority of the Ministry of Tourism and International Transport, and this new route is directly aligned with our overall airlift strategy for the destination. We are, of course, continuing to explore other opportunities, both in our key source markets and emerging markets, to ensure that we are well positioned to stimulate sustainable growth for Barbados.
BTMI's Chief Executive Officer, Andrea Franklin, highlighted the broader impact of the new service beyond visitor arrivals.
With this new non-stop service, Barbados continues to strengthen its position within the Canadian market, enhancing ease of travel while reinforcing its reputation as a premier Caribbean destination. The route is expected to drive incremental growth, support tourism and business stakeholders, and further solidify the island's long-standing relationship with Canada.
And the BTMI's Director Canada, UC Skeet, says This now opens the entire Atlantic Canada region to the destination.
Last year alone, we've had the highest arrivals in 45 years from the Canadian market. We've seen increased capacity and frequency from Toronto and Montreal, respectively, on Air Canada. And I also believe that we now have a greater opportunity to further solidify the Canadian market as a key source market for the destination.
The new service will operate once weekly on Thursdays, effective December 17th, between Halifax and Barbados. Rachel Agard, CBC News.
Members of the Unity Workers Union employed at Port Vale Sugar Factory will resume industrial action this week. Word of this from their General Secretary, Caswell Franklin. He says the precise day of the action when it will restart is yet to be announced. Mr. Franklin met with workers on Easter Sunday to discuss the planned resumption of the action and other developments.
My members will institute industrial action during the week. We are not going to tell you which day. They will find out. Needless to say that industrial action will happen if they persist in starting the crop and insisting that they will pay workers flat rates. It will not happen.
Well, several farmers have already expressed concern about the potentially devastating impact of the industrial action on the industry. The workers were on strike for several days from the 19th of March after the factory's management failed to recognize the UWU as the bargaining agent for workers. BESCO indicated it has already started negotiations with another union, while Mr. Franklin maintains that his union has the majority of the workers. Meanwhile, BESCO announced last week that the factory will resume grinding today amid the ongoing strike. Well, yet another crop-over band is out of the blocks with the 2026 Kadooment Band offerings. Zulu International presented this year's costumes at Toast, a garden party held at the Green Acres venue in the Bell. Anesta Henry has that story.
These are the attractive, colorful costumes Zulu International is offering revelers this year. Chief Executive Officer Nadisha Fagan says the band has 5 sections under the theme New Dawn.
We're celebrating 10 years of being in business, so it's like a new beginning, a new era. So it's just like a reborn of Zulu, and we're doing things bigger and better this year.
And Ms. Fagan says revelers can expect a bigger and better experience as Zulu International celebrates a decade of delivering for patrons.
We're known for consistency, so we're just staying in tune to bring in the revelers bigger and better this year for our 10 years.
Several entertainers performed at the first Toast Garden Party. Chief Operations Officer of Zulu Entertainment, Simon Chu, says Toast will become Zulu's new way of launching its costumes annually. Zulu International's band house is based at Pelican Village. Anesta Henry, CBC News.
Now to sports. Barbados won 4 more gold medals during the final session of the Carifta Track and Field Games in Grenada last evening. The quartet of Nadal Seal, Aidan Moore, Jekai Brewster and Shamari Greenwich Lewis were the winners of the boys under 20 4x400 meter relay in a new record time of 3 minutes 05.49 seconds, breaking a 13-year-old mark set by Jamaica in 2013. And in her final year at Carifta, Ashlyn Simmons is a double gold medalist as she won the girls under 2800 meters to add to her 1500 meters title. Actually, Barbados finished 1-2 in that event, as Simmons, winning in 2 minutes 09.07 seconds, was followed by her training partner Dania Skeet in 2 minutes 10 seconds.
She pulls alongside her teammate Dania Skeet. The Barbadians are in the house and they would like to make a shot for sure. Fowler can't respond, and Simmons, as she did in the 1500 meters, is absolutely pouring it on down the backstretch. Skeet, her teammate, is there as well. Fowler has stopped. That's a massive surprise. One of the biggest challenges to Simmons is out of the race. The Barbadians are going 1-2. Cheyenne Lewis of Trinidad and Tobago in third. Look at this run here. She has a glance to her left, Ashlyn Simmons. She's looking for the double gold. Simmons of Barbados all of Barbados here jumping for joy as the Barbadians are set to go 1-2. It's Ashlyn Simmons of Barbados. She'll add the 1500 meters. Well, the 800 meters goal to her 1500 meters. Skeet will hang on for second, and Fairweather of Jamaica will get another bronze. 2089. Brilliant running.
It was. Another gold was won by Luke McIntyre in the open boy 5,000 meters in a time of 15 minutes, 42.51 seconds. The other gold medals came in the under-20 boys shot, with Jaden Walcott winning with a put of 18.41 meters. In other results, the quartet of Khalil O'Brien, Tajay Coward, Jakio Devonish and Jelena Hamlet won the bronze in the boys under-17 4x4, running in a time of 3 minutes 19.90 seconds. In the girls under 20 4x4, the team of Kenedra Morgan, Ashlyn Simmons, Daniel Skeet, Katie Rock also took bronze in 3 minutes 40.68 seconds. And in the boys under 20 triple jump, Aaron Messiah won bronze with a leap of 15.26 meters. The final day tally for Barbados: 17 medals, 6 golds, 3 silver and 8 bronze. We await their return, and we await the rejoicing on their return as well. That's a look at news and sports. We'll have more news and sports at noon on TV8. Morning Barbados is back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
12 and a half minutes now after 7 o'clock. We have winners, folks. We love winners indeed. And so the results are in from the Queen of the South Road Tennis Tournament. And to tell us all about it, if you don't already know, Jackie Collis. Good morning, Jackie.
Good morning, Pearson, and good morning, Barbados.
So how was it?
Oh my gosh, it was very, very good. It ran smoothly. You know, the competition was, as in among the competitors, it was very, very, very good. And
yes, she lived up to her word. Rachel Smith has repeated as the Queen of the South. Rachel, congratulations.
Thank you.
So you said it, you meant it.
I did.
I didn't take you seriously.
I know you didn't believe in me.
I believed in you, I just didn't take you seriously.
Okay.
So who did you play against in the final?
I played Mornin Blunt.
And?
Mornin Blunt.
Was that easy?
It wasn't. I actually lost the first game. And then I was trailing from behind majority second game. But I had to be resilient and stick in there. But Mornin Blunt is a really good player. And she does not give up easily. She's one of the most stubborn players there are. So I had to be really patient and just fight it through to the end.
So you lost the first game, trailing in the second. What was going through your head? I'm curious.
I don't want to lose. I just didn't want to lose. Yeah.
So how were you able to, I mean, what did you have to do differently then to be able to win? ultimately?
I started out attacking because it had seemed like she wasn't really putting too much pressure on the ball, so I started out attacking, but I was spoiling a lot, giving her a lot of points. So I realized that she wasn't really winning points. I was giving them away, so stop giving them away. So I did that. Stop giving.
So there's a lot of strategy in road tennis that sometimes we take for granted. We just see hitting in action, but there's a lot of strategy that goes into all of this. I can't remember if I asked you this before. How long have you been playing road tennis again?
Competitively from 2012.
Just the other day.
It seems so.
Doesn't it to you?
It's more than 10 years. But I've been playing from a child with my dad in Word and View in the Gap. Just playing, but my first love was always football.
Yes.
But I ended up playing, when there's money in road tennis, I ended up playing road tennis.
You followed the money. And so here you are indeed, yet again repeating. And so it feels even sweeter, doesn't it? Because
does.
One time, the first time was like, all right, I won. But to come back and do it again?
Yeah.
Wow.
And, that was just an amazing feeling. Just an amazing feeling. I would have liked if Kim would have played again, but she didn't.
She didn't.
No.
That's what you're aiming for, right?
Yeah.
If you could defeat Kim, then you think you've reached the top of the mountain.
But she is the champion.
So that's it.
That's it.
I know.
Kim is her ghost.
I know.
You
So
know,
you're tracking that. You gotta slay that ghost.
Yeah.
And in all modeling, yes, she's a very strong player. Good morning to you, Madeline. I hope you're doing much better. With injury, you never know how it goes, and that was a nail biting.
Yes, it was.
Game, indeed, it was. And modeling, however, had to take a medical break as well. You know, but it was good. It was good.
Yeah. The way it was described, it sounds like it was real down to the wire. It was tension all the way through.
And the spectators into it. Yes. You know, everybody becoming a coach. Everybody was just into it. It was really, really good.
And so this is the third time.
This is the third.
This was pressure on you, Jack?
Yes, it was. And the biggest challenge is always financing. You know, there are persons who would willingly reach out to you, excuse me, and then when the mic is on, you know, they come and they say, and then when the mic is off, they don't return your calls or whatever. So it's always very difficult for any event planner when it comes to the financial part of it. I will give you, but since we were here, we had other persons who came on board, and financing a tournament like Queen of the South or Last Man Standing is not necessary. It doesn't always have to be cash. It can be the resources that you have that we need, you know, and I really am appreciative of all those who came on board. We have some new sponsors. We have sponsors who have rejoined us again. They were with us before there was a break, like Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation. We thank you guys so much, because putting this out there made much more persons very aware as to what it is that we were doing. And the other media houses play their part as well too. So it's always good that, and for those who are out there and listening to us this morning, get involved in it, especially when it is, and it's not everything that you're going to jump into, but when you can see a group like Garrison Historics, who have their stuff together. We never made, you know, we made sure they asked for you to become registered clubs, and we did that, you know, so it is nothing helter-skelter about it, and anybody would tell you based on the level of what they saw there, you know, that we are organized, we put our stuff together. Would like to say very special good morning to a Queen of the South, Dr. Chantal Monroe Knight. She was she opened up for us, our featured speaker, and then she returned. That's how committed she was to making sure that she did what she can as well to assist us. She returned on finals to help with our
I'm seeing all of that on the screen. Yeah, on the screen while we're talking. Is that
that's
we're seeing the presentation?
Yeah, that's Madeline Blunt, and then you see Rachel there with their trophy. Yeah.
So well done to all of these. So you had the full organization. That's I know it's a hallmark of you, and you, Jackie Collins. That everything must be well organized and in place because we got to do this right.
Yes.
And so it's becoming now one of those highly sought after tournaments.
Yes.
And unless I know this again, the pressure on you next year.
Yes.
Next year.
Yes. We're going to continue. And that's what I'm saying. But because, like, there's not another all-female tournament in Barbados. So this is a little gem. And that's why I'm pleading to corporate Barbados to come on board and help us get this to the next level. You know, on that note, I would like to just say thank you to a lot of our sponsors, all of our sponsors. Barbados Lottery, they came on board since we last spoke. Safety Hospitality Supplies, Exquisite Rentals, the Barbados Olympic Association, the European Union, Jose and Jose, iFocus Inc., Barbados Port Inc., Glacial Ice, Golden Sands Hotel, Williams Equipment, Road Tennis Sports, and they are the provider. Rachel brought a ball for you.
Listen, thanks. I lost my ball. Got it. Boro, Chris. Boro Tennis.
Road Tennis Sports. They are the provider of the official ball. That's the official ball of the tournament. Simplex Trading Company Limited. Carmel Pollard. Pirates Inn. Carbine Broadcasting Corporation, Do It Best, they're first-timers. Hallam Nichols is a first-timer as well. And White Feather Aesthetics, they're rejoined us again. The contributors, the Planning and Development Department, good morning to the director and his staff. Thank you so much for coming on board. Always assisting us in hosting our tournaments there. That's our home courts. The planning committee of Garrison Historics, they've done an excellent job as well, giving me the support that I need. Patrick Cragwell, he really goes above and beyond to assist us. Christopher Griffith, the press, yes. Yes.
We had to be there. This is so unique.
Yes, it is.
It is so uniquely different and special.
Yes.
And that's why we had to be a part of this indeed. I mean, and what I like is that because of our discussion and all the rest, you've engineered knowing me again, the road tennis player. So I'm having moments of interaction. That's what we want Barbados to get back to.
Yes.
Rather than finding yourself in other things, take up the ball in 2 rackets and just have some fun playing road tennis. Look at that match that came down to the wire with you, Rachel, and she reigns supreme. She has her trophy to show, indeed, and that's what it's about. It's wholesome, it's engaging, it's community, it's road tennis, it's us, it's people having conversation.
Correct.
And that's what this is about.
And almost everybody that you meet in Barbados, you would hear them talking about, I love the game of road tennis because it is part of their coming up, their upbringing.
Yes, indeed.
You do that.
Overseas, Pat Ben, who's watching from the stage, she says, girl, she did it again. Congratulations on retaining your title, Queen of the South. Well done to you, Rachel. Marcia Ross says, congratulations to you, Miss Smith, on being Queen of the South. Well done to you again. Who else we got? Okay, I'll wait for the comments to come up. So
Rachel, Rachel, this is the tournament ball, and I would like to present that to you.
Thank you.
That is what she won the tournament with.
Well done.
You know,
I know something to carry home.
Something else. Yes. So we're going to take this. I will take this from her and have her name etched into it again.
One more time.
Yes. And then she will have it again for another year.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so we want to encourage you in your communities. It's just the Queen of the South is not. Is it only for people in the South? Or girls from all over the island?
It's girls from all over the island. It's Queen of the South because of where we are geographically. Right. You understand? So it's you have persons from all over the island who actually enter.
Right.
Yeah.
So because I'm sure that there are women from all over Barbados who are playing who are saying, what? I want to be in that tournament next year. So for them, so they get themselves together, how did that discussion begin so they can be a part of the tournament?
Well, we do know you start putting it out there. Coming soon, you start putting your information. You know it's Easter weekend. Right. So over the past 3 years, you actually have persons that will come and ask, when it is this year. You understand? Yes. So again, it's etched in their mind. And again, we thank CBC for that because, it would, stay there with them. So there's some of them who are proactive. And then there's some of them, obviously, when we start doing our stuff, because like I said, correspondence went out as early as the 6th of January. So you like to start early. So you know that is coming up and you need to have it there in their minds, in the forefront, the forefront all the time. So that's it. That's one of the main things that we do. I also would like to implore on, because in our chat, there's a chat room, Barbados Road Tennis Association. I saw someone made a point in stating that before road tennis was actually developed as an amateur, it went professional. So we ourselves have a lot of work to do. We do. We need to have, when it comes to policies and that kind of stuff, we need to put things in place when it comes to the rules. You know, we have a lot of work to do on the ground for road tennis ourselves. And we would, one of the major things we need is a home. We need a home for road tennis. Beach volleyball came, they have, you know. So if we're really serious about getting our local road tennis to the next level, but then we have to really start doing things to prove that. And we definitely need an arena, a home whereby everybody can gravitate to that, and it takes away, especially for event planners, it takes away so much pressure off of you when you ain't got what about rain. One of the first things you have to study about it. And thank you, Father, we had a beautiful weekend.
We did indeed.
No rain, no rain at all.
So there's a lot that has been gained from this tournament. I really want to encourage female players all across the island. Early o'clock, track the dates for next year's Easter, and it's on Easter weekend, Good Friday, and Easter Sunday,
Easter
that
Sunday.
you show up to be a part of the Queen of the South. Registration will open from January next year.
Well, registration is normally for it was the whole of March. You know, Easter moves around between March and April. So based on that, you have a whole month.
Before.
Yes,
right.
A whole month
registration will be open.
Yes.
So now we know. Practice, because Rachel intends to repeat. If Rachel doesn't play, Rachel, this will be yours. Come, declare it now. Is this your trophy next year?
Next year, and maybe the year after as well.
I can take your word, right?
Yes.
I can take her word. I love it. I love it. She challenging me too. You brought your rackets?
I didn't. You're
well,
lucky.
I can't play with you today.
You're lucky.
You're freighted. Rachel Smith is her name. She has done it again. She is the Queen of the South, indeed. And we celebrate her today, and we celebrate her wins. We're seeing whether or not next year, God spare life, she can repeat. And she promises to repeat the following year if God spares life and health, good health, and everything else. But for sure, Jackie Collis and her team, the energy behind creating an opportunity for our females to play the sport we love, which is our sport, and to excel in it in the way that they have been doing so over the years. Well done, Jackie.
Thank you so very much, Pearson.
I want to encourage all of you who care enough to reach out to Jackie and to reach out to her organization and give your full support to the Queen of the South Road Tennis Tournament. It is a good tournament. I endorse it. I hope you can do so by endorsing as well, whether in cash or kind. They are open to having those discussions with you, and I encourage you to give the help where you can, indeed. Thank you again. You're
Thank
welcome.
you so much.
You're welcome. And Rachel, congratulations, girl.
Thank you.
Next time, really rackets.
I will.
We will have a court a hair.
That easy.
Okay?
Yeah.
Good girl. Morning Barbados, takes a break here. We're coming back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray Microbiome Probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV 8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
98.1 The One, your number one party station. With an audience from 18 to 40, we keep you engaged, energized, and entertained. Choose 98.1 FM, The One.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely, and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save this number. Lifeline Barbados is just a call away. Remember, you can reach out whenever you need to talk.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons, which will surprise many, is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
I made it.
it?
I'm only 10 minutes away.
I was, but the traffic was crazy.
Oh yeah, you couldn't get through town either. Kelly, why are you so emotionally invested in these people?
Was that it? Deirdre's 8 months pregnant.
I know, that's why I'm here. But you know I don't get paid enough to go looking for them at a time of night.
I don't understand why the government don't do something to help. Like, she's out in the streets in that condition.
Miss,
I wish I could do something. Buy them a house.
or they can go live with you.
Alright, let's go take a look around. Hopefully the police show up soon. You can look for them over there.
Me? I ain't going there by myself.
Make no mistake. If any of you jeopardize the security, leaving no safe place for you here.
So what happened next? I'm here waiting, aren't you? That's called The Silence After. It's another Stockton Miller Boardhouse Productions production, and it's available already. Stockton, good morning to you.
Good morning, Pearson.
Yeah, I told you before we started you got another one, Stockton. So talk to me a little bit. I'll introduce you guys in a minute. Talk to me a little bit about having done this and knowing the response so far. How do you feel?
I feel very good because I was expecting the response. There was a point in time when we did this film, I didn't know what was coming. So getting it on Amazon Prime and Apple TV is actually very, very, very big to me. And funny how it happened, I actually went on Amazon Prime to watch another movie, and I saw it pop up, and I was like, and then I messaged in the group chat, I was like, any of y'all got Amazon Prime? Please check and see if the movie on Amazon Prime, I'm probably going crazy.
So how did it get there?
When we did a film before, and unfortunately that film didn't make it to hold this one, but I still stay in contact with those people, and I told them, so I had the idea of filming over, doing the movie bigger and better, and I told them, yeah, but we're looking to do it over, and when it's finished, I want you all to push this thing as far as possible. And they were like, well, all right, cool, if you're able to do it, we will push it.
You make it sound so simple.
It wasn't.
That's because you're so good, I think. That they know your quality of your work, and they said, all right, we can take him at his word. When he produces something, it's going to be good enough to run on our platform.
Yeah.
And so far, so good.
Yeah. And the thing is, I didn't expect it to happen because, I'm human, I have feelings. So because what happened before, I was like, yeah, and I cry a lot to these guys, a lot to my father, and Shara, of course, who was also the writer, and Brandon Atherley. But like I said, the night I went to watch another movie and I saw it pop up, I literally shed a tear. When it was confirmed that it was real, because when I emailed them, I was like, why y'all didn't tell me it was on Amazon? And they was like, oh, well, because we didn't get a chance to, you find it yourself. And then I saw it was on Apple TV. It's supposed to be on, get license from Tubi to be on Tubi later on this month, yeah. And that's not a problem.
You're global. You are global. This is global.
Yeah.
No pressure. The lady with the Scream. The movie Scream. Gabriella Bovell.
Yes, please.
Good to meet you.
Hi.
Talk to me a little bit about that Scream. That was voiceover, or was that your Scream?
That was my
literally
my Scream. I grew up watching horrors. I love horrors, sci-fi, anything of the sort. And I always admired the Scream Queens. They have that name for a reason. So, having to get into that headspace, I just, fully went there. I started some days, crying and snorting, Viola Davis not cry type thing. But, yeah, the Scream was real. And it was scary, too. Not just a movie, to film in the dark in these remote areas. I was terrified.
Because I was going to ask you about how you tapped into that emotion at that moment. No, it's pretend. We're filming before a camera. Yeah. We have people around. I don't have to be scared. How do you zone into the character to be so effective?
Well, apart from the fact that there are centipedes lurking in the grass, whatever I did, whenever I went on set, like I wouldn't interact with any of these guys beforehand. I would always like lock in to get into the zone. They know, don't talk to me right now, because I trying to get myself in that headspace. So I had like a little playlist, and I tried to like, imagine being in this dystopian place and how I would feel like if I'm not able to get a hold of my family, or if I was in that situation. So I tried to give a loud and accurate voice to the character, and I think I did.
I think you did. What's your character's name?
My character's name is Kellyanne.
Tell me about Kellyanne.
Ooh, I don't like her at all. Seriously speaking, the one thing I love is that we have the same occupation in common. We're both social workers. We love to help people. But I'm just so used to like women being their own saviors, and not Prince Charming, women being, like the strong force and strength and pillars of strength in their own lives. But Kellyanne, she lovely girl, but she was more of a damsel in distress. So I mean, it allowed for character development, but like she whines too much, she cries too much. But yeah.
But you paired off with Michael Crossman. Michael's across on the other side, the big fighter man. I ain't getting there by myself. And so talk to me about working alongside Gabrielle and getting the character and playing your parts together.
It was a lot of fun. Like she helped me to be myself, and it was like a best friend role. So it helped to create a friendship even on set and off set. So it was amazing. He did a really good job at casting us, and we connected on so many levels. Like I'm a first-time actor, and she, with her background as well, she helped me in so many ways that like to tap into the characters, even creating playlists, and it was a lot of fun, also traumatizing in many ways.
So you stay with the word tap. When you were tapped to be a part of the film, talk to me a little bit about the trepidation you felt inside, knowing that this is not just some little thing we're having fun and we're laughing at the end of the night we go home, but this is actually being captured for posterity. How did you manage that emotion?
I try my best to contain my emotion, not to be overwhelmed too much, and because it's also like been a big dream of mine. So when I got cast for it from Stockton, I was like, oh my God, I was like all panicking, going on and crazy, and trying to be like, I got this, be professional. So it was amazing though. Yeah, I loved it.
Reading the script, did the script inspire you at the time?
It did.
When you first saw it?
It did, it definitely did, because it helped me to relate with myself as well as the character, because we had some similarities also. Like Gabrielle, I didn't like some of the stuff that my character would do, so yeah.
but you got it indeed.
I did.
Ladies, I have a surprise. We'll save it in a minute. It's coming last, as a matter of fact. Yo man, no, you are Romario Cotoy. Romario, first of all, the last name is not fully Barbadian.
No.
Where is it from?
It is Vincentian and Guyanese.
And so, did you pull on all of that to play the character you played?
I pulled on a lot of things for the character. So like, when I first read the script and getting into the character and understanding the character's psyche and how they react to everything that's going on around them, that's where I pull all my inspiration from. The script of itself, the source material of, is telling me what this character is going through. It's telling me what this character feels in that moment. So I pull all those and my life experiences to make this character work within the world that my director created.
And this was not your first time acting, was it?
No, please.
Right, there's your multiple time acting.
Yes, please.
Talk to me a little bit about some of the other productions you were a part.
Mostly I started doing theater. I started in theater, so I attended BCC. I did theater at BCC, so I did a lot of my shows at BCC and learning how to create characters and stuff like that from BCC. And then when I left BCC, I did film. I did a couple more films outside of that. I did a film before this one called Man Up. And a couple student films, short films, stuff like that, just to keep.
Right. So you came with experience.
Yes.
So you were able to help Michael and all the rest of people just to get it right, right?
I try.
What about Khalil? Did you help him too? Listen, folks, if you watch on social media, and you like soccer, then you know who I'm talking about. If you've seen the ad by that hardware store, then you know who I'm talking about. He's right here with me. And now you know his name, because I see people sometimes online asking, but what he name? And now you know his name as Khalil Hines Basdale. Good morning to you, sir. Good to
Hi, good
meet you
morning.
in
Nice
person.
Yes, please.
Your fame precedes you. And so immediately as you walked across the floor to come join me on stage, I said, oh, you're the Wakat man. But now we're seeing the other side of you acting.
Yes, please.
So talk to me a little bit about how you were tapped to be a part of the film.
Well, when Stockton sent me the script, one, I was very honored for letting him put me into this movie. That's one. But when I was reading the script and I read my character Jacob, you know, how his character is and how he's going to be in this film, I was hooked. I understood him the moment. I even read the whole thing. I just read a part of it and I was hooked already. And his character reminded me so much of, it gave me some little elements of John Berthal, with that a person that played as the Punisher, him, and also a little bit of Jason Statham in a way as well too. So I was able to try to channel those people into this character to be able to create a voice, and also, you know, create this character that he is also a protector, but also, you know, I said I'm not a bad guy, but, you know, get the job done.
And the job you did, because when we played the trailer just before, I said, oh, the voice.
Yeah.
The voice.
Yeah.
So syncing yourself and you're into that character with the voice and having to be maintaining that position right the movie through. Yeah. Because no, you can't slip back into the major.
Yeah.
Talk to me about how interesting was that for you to be able to maintain for the duration of the film?
Well, for me, doing voices is not new. I've been doing voices since I was, I would say, 11, 12 years old. Okay. So I was able to change my voice from cartoon characters into real life people. So when it came to, channeling this voice now, I actually got help from Michael, because at first it was a little rugged. At first, and I asked Michael and everybody else, what do you think about this voice? And you know, Michael was like, it's not bad, but it just needs a little tuning. You know, it doesn't sound natural enough. So I was on a call with him at night, and we were just having a conversation and what's not. And then, you know, I just keep thinking about Jacob, and I just started doing a voice instantly. And he was like, wait, do that again. So I was like, I did it again. He was like, yes, that is the voice. So I had to keep on reminding myself. So every time off set, I would I'd do a little recording and just listen to it and just get that voice there, so that every time I go on set, I could just easily just tap into it and then come off.
Folks, we're deep inside talking to these actors who are part of the outstanding film, The Silence After, Boardhouse Productions. We'll talk to them and a whole lot more right after this break.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
I keep seeing them. The policeman.
Truth is, he'll stay with you for a while. As that fact. Non-mind festering within our body. Poison unloose his thoughts.
How do I stop them?
By not letting it control us. I'm sorry.
One big lash. Indeed, the silence after. This has me already on the edge, and we shall be all on the edge. Is this going to be shown in Barbados soon, Stockton?
Yes.
When?
Well, we're having a launch in hopefully April 25th.
Okay, April 25th.
Thanks to the NCF. So shout out to the NCF for that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Right now, for some odd reason, the film is geo-locked to US, UK, and Canada. But if you want, you can go to the Silence After movie website. You can click Watch Now, and there's a copy of the film on the website for the low price of $5.99 US.
That's fair.
Cheaper than the theaters.
Got that right.
So you can watch it all now if you want. But for the problem is, when dealing with American distributors, they don't look at the Caribbean as a market. So that is what we are trying to get sorted out. So people go on Amazon, Apple TV to watch it.
Then it's all right, but that's fine. We'll wait, but we'll go online in the meantime, USA. And so we'll watch it indeed. And so the music score, because it's so dramatic.
Original. I made sure. Yes.
Who did that?
It was myself and a music student in America called Justin Ideal. I made sure the music original. If there's one thing that had to happen, the music original.
Wow.
Because that's always an issue, especially with independent films. You usually use music like royalty-free music and stuff like that. I tell myself, I'll spend your money. Music has to be original. Luckily, the distributor put me on to Justin, and we were able to create some beautiful music for the movie.
Wow, it is really gripping. It's dramatic enough. It grabs you, and I like it. In terms of makeup and all the rest, because you had to make beautiful Gabriella look like damsel in distress. And so let's talk a little bit about who worked with you on makeup and making sure it's so real to life.
We used 3 makeup artists. Of course, Mandy Cummins.
Oh, Mandy's fantastic.
Brittany Taluja and Daniela Knight.
A small crew.
Yeah, and they did a great job.
I'm telling you.
Because I always said, and you guys got tested this, if the zombies don't look right, production shut down. What was the point? So, yeah, that was my thing.
Gabriel, how many takes did you have to do to get all your pieces done? Or were lines difficult for you to retain?
Not really. To be fair, sometimes me and the writer Brandon, that's my brother, we would clash a lot because I would read, so he'd be like, "This is the line." I'd read it, and then from the time the cameras are rolling, it's something totally different. So after our rehearsal process or whatever, and sometimes I would challenge him, like, this will sound natural. Because one thing we wanted to do was make it sound natural, not like Barbadians putting on an American accent, but we wanted to make it flow naturally and for us to keep our accents, which I'm so glad that you did, Stockton. So after the rehearsal process, it was not hard for me to retain lines. I would want to do over takes because sometimes I would just do things and Stockton is like, we good, we don't need another one. But I think I could do that a bit differently or a little better. But Stockton really believed in us from the jump.
No, you are now seeing globally. Does that put pressure on you mentally, emotionally?
It's just kind of shocking. I mean, I also do content creation, YouTube and stuff. But going into work and people yeah, big actress, and I'm like, oh, y'all know that side of me. Y'all supposed to know that part. So it really is. I always thought it would be more exciting, but it just I still shocked and trying to process it. Wow, people know my face and with me crying
and screaming. Romario, what about you? Is this perhaps for you your biggest production so far, and the fact that it has such a reach now? What does that mean to you?
Yes, I would say this is my biggest production so far because it's going into international and streaming and stuff like that. For me, this is like my co-star was saying, it's a pressure that is good. It's a good pressure. It's a pressure that I wanted. It's pressure that I want, and the pressure that I will use to push me further, you know, and use it as a confidence builder. But right now, it hasn't really hit me about how it's international, how people see my face out there. It hasn't really hit me yet, but I'm pretty sure it soon will. It
started to have to pierce it.
Wait till it's done. You have to talk to Khalil about how to handle pressure, indeed. And so, Khalil, in terms of, you stayed in character, but your character was also menacing in many ways as well. And so, to be able to throw that energy, where do you pull that from?
Let's just say,
it's as if you had a bad boy experience sometime.
No. I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy. But I legit had to channel that through anger. But I was able to separate, you know, how I was feeling compared to the acting. You know, and Gabrielle also explained it to me too when it came to like when you're mixing your feelings or emotions into film, it could be messy. So, you know, I try to separate as much as I can. But yeah, I was able to channel the anger and what's not to really bring out the menacing side of Jacob, and also like in terms of his actions and everything. It was easy, you know, because I think y'all saw too, like how, you know, I was getting into character, and by the time the camera shut off, it was like, all right, yeah, so back to our scheduled program. You know what I mean? So it was a norm for me. Like I said, like for the actors, I was inspired by to put them into this one character with John Berthal, and just see them how their characters are menacingly. I was able to channel them very well to put them into one person, and you know, just bring a character to life. You know.
Wow.
But you see, a good guy or a bad guy?
That's the question.
That's the question. That is the big question, you know.
And I was thinking the same thing as well, but we have to watch it to see.
Yeah.
And so, Michael, this has been your first, you said.
First production.
Now that's all said and done. It's now set on film. It's released already. What do you now feel at the end of it all?
I feel great. I feel happy and proud to have been a part of such an amazing production, because the team was amazing. Everyone worked together. We didn't have like a big budget or anything. It was kind of like a family on set. We grew together, we formed relationships, and we stuck through it all, and that makes me really proud.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which leads me to the question I asked you just now started. Just like other big producers they have a cast that they use on different films, or that they work with this group of people. Is this your group?
Yeah.
So more work is coming.
You're so sure.
I mean, like, tell us, Stockton.
But I also have a weird way of casting, which I don't think other filmmakers should do it. Like when I was writing this film, I saw Gabby playing Kellyanne. I saw him playing Kyle, and so forth. So that's how I wrote this. And if they didn't do this part, I would be very upset. But luckily it worked out. But yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, I'm willing to work with anybody. Don't get me wrong.
They're really good.
Yeah, but
they're really good. They're really good.
Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro.
They're really good. Work with them. Work with them. So the film is available right now. You can go look for The Silence After and watch it there for a minimum fee, just $6 roughly. Or you can wait until we show it here in Barbados, indeed, after it's had its run across the world. And see, so Stockton again, Boardhouse Productions, well done. Well done. To each and every one of you, well done as well. Online, our folks are saying, well, congratulations, guys. Shout out to my colleague, Gabriella. Donna Blackman is saying, yeah, we know Gabriella Bavel. So people already know you, so well done, Stockton. I think this one makes us as Barbadians feel so proud. So proud and so pleased.
And I just want to thank the NCF.
Yes.
Because this is the first time, well, I'm sure all of us, but this is the first time me as a filmmaker ever get to this level, and I didn't know what to do. And I emailed the NCF, and they were like, yeah, we will help, and I'm really, really thankful for that.
And they've helped.
Yeah, they're really helping.
They've stepped in to do what they do best.
Yes.
Congratulations, everybody. Well done.
Thank you.
You're now global stars. And I'm so pleased I've met you first. Met you first. All the best indeed. Morning Barbados takes a break right here. We're coming back in just a moment.
Any of you jeopardize the security, leaving no safe place for you here.
morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, He'll give you the people. Not only will He equip you with ideas, but He will equip you with favor, as He did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray Microbiome Probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over...
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Oh, what a morning indeed. Remember, the film is called The Silence After, and we can't wait to see it in theaters right here across the island. Soon. Be patient, everybody. But that's it for today. My little crew joins me in saying to all of you, thank you. Have a great day. Be the will of the Lord. We will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning, Barbados.